and welcome back to another episode of Average Goats. Again, I'm Pappy. Welcome back, and along with me as usual, we got Slam and Sammy. Sammy, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Pappy. Thank you for having me.
Yes, man. Happy holidays to you. Hopefully your family's doing well, and you got everything from Santa.
Oh yeah, it's good. Kids are finally not sick, so that's good.
Nice.
It's been a rough week. Not gonna lie.
Making the turn. I like it.
Yeah, it's past us now.
And joining us tonight, we have Mr. Connor Lucas, aka Pods. Pods, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. Welcome. And we're excited to finally have you. We've been talking about it for a while. So really, I guess I just like to torture myself. I thought, what better episode to bring him on, Sammy, than the Green Bay Packer Chicago Bears episode, going into the final game of the season. They love to do this to us. One more good ass kicking on the way out. And I said, you know what? You can't talk all that shit all year long and not talk to the enemy right in the eye. But Connor, before we get going on Bears Packers, you love to bust my balls about this when we're at bowling or simulator golf. And man, the Bears, they even ruined the freaking holidays this year, Sammy. I mean, they give us the game on the 22nd before Christmas. They give us the game the night after, both at home. Had to go to both of them with the tickets. Couldn't even give them away. I had 4 extra tickets for free given to me by people in our sections. Nobody wanted to go for free. It is a sad day for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
The lowest I can remember them. I made this comment a couple pods ago, and somebody's like, dude, settle down. Don't be so dramatic. This isn't the worst it's been. And I would just like a second to explain why this is the worst it's been, Sammy. This is the worst it's been because 3 years ago we were told we had to rebuild. This is the worst it's going to be because we were told last year and the year before we just need to get the quarterback right. We just need to be patient. Then we got the quarterback right, supposedly. And I'm actually a Caleb Williams fan now. I wasn't coming into this, but this Chicago Bears team, this franchise is the most embarrassing thing I've ever been, I guess, a part of, because I am a diehard, right?
Yeah.
I think we all kind of consider ourselves diehards, or we kind of morph into that super fan Chris Farley character almost, like we're one of those guys sitting around the table, right? Mm-hmm. Like how many times do you sit around with your buddies and you talk to Bears, or did they even come up at a family conversation for
No,
this
not
holiday?
at all. But I was just going to say, even though there's times I don't even want to watch them, I'll still, a half hour before the game, I'm watching pregame.
Yeah.
I'm pumped and ready to go.
Feel
even
obligated.
though I don't care really, but
And
I do, I guess, right?
It's your team.
Yeah, right.
dude, it's hard as hell too because that half an hour leading up to it.
Yeah.
Do you ever have the conversation with yourself and you actually talk yourself into how they could possibly win this game?
For sure. Before every game,
This has to be what it's like, and I'm not trying to make light of a bad situation. This has to be what it's like to be in an abusive relationship. Because you literally talk yourself into it like,
Yeah.
all right, if this, and this happens, we have a chance. But, man, the last 2 weeks, you thought going into it, the Lions looked bang up, right? And you watch a lot of Lions.
Oh, yeah.
They've been losing players left and right, and they come in on the 22nd, and, I mean, it was disgusting. 34-17, Bears lose at home. Caleb's got a couple touchdowns. Everybody wants to talk about that. Again, it's never like when you need them. You were never in that game. The fans at the stadium were starting to lose their shit. The night after Christmas, the 26th, was the funny one to me. Because when that game started, believe it or not, there were still 60,000 fans at that stadium in the rain. And everybody was there to boo ownership, to chant sell the team. And that game was a freaking disaster, 6-3.
Oh my God.
The third time this year, Seattle and the Chicago team have played 6-3. Yeah, the Mariners beat the White Sox twice this year, 6-3.
It's like, wait,
and
what
then that happens. The Bears lose 6-3.
That's the story of the Thursday night games. They've all been terrible.
That's fine. You want to throw that on there? It's terrible because those two teams suck.
Yeah, 6-3. Everyone's bashing the Bears for
And it's
only
the holiday.
putting up 3 points.
Yeah,
But you got to bash Seattle too. They only
absolutely.
scored 6.
Absolutely.
It was just miserable all around. Whether
Yeah.
you like Seattle or whether
No touchdowns?
you're diehard Chicago.
No
All
touchdowns.
3 field goals?
So
all in the first half.
we lose 6-3 to the team who
my
didn't want Shane Waldron, but we went and got him. And said he was going to be the leader that gave us, Caleb Williams and brought Caleb Williams into the NFL. That's the offensive coach we had to get. Man, I keep watching these Commander games, dude, and Jaden Daniels, and I'm just like, it's not Jaden Daniels. We had Cliff Kingsbury in the building, and it's mind blowing to me that we let him go to D.C. with Dan Quinn instead of being here. And it's mind blowing to me that we end up with Matt Eberflus, who gets hired 2 weeks before O'Connell from the Vikings. That guy, it doesn't matter who's under center.
Oh, yeah. KOC just knows what to do.
It's insane up there.
Yeah.
I mean, Sam Darnold looks like he could be top 5 MVP almost some days.
Yeah, I think he's what? I think he is. I think he's just outside the bubble right now.
That's
of
insane.
MVP of the MVP race.
Who have been his quarterbacks the last couple of years?
I don't even know.
Kirk Cousins. And Kirk Cousins got
He
hurt
just got
last.
benched. Well,
yeah,
he got benched, didn't he?
But Kirk Cousins like 3 years ago was really good with O'Connell. Then last year they had to trade for Dobbs because he was winning somewhere else, and then they traded for him, brought him in. Then he got hurt, but the Vikings were still relevant all season.
Was KOC there for the miracle in Minneapolis? Was that the year before Kevin O'Connell came?
I think that was like 2 years before. Yeah, that was before.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, but like it doesn't matter. This year they go out and they get J.J. McCarthy way later than the couple top of the line quarterbacks. Whether it's Bo Nix or Jaden Daniels or our very own Caleb Williams, and J.J. McCarthy gets hurt, and he's got Sam Darnold, and now they're going to the playoffs.
Yeah,
Fighting
Sam
for a division.
Darnold. Was he benched in Carolina?
Oh,
He was benched with the Jets.
he was at home.
He won more games now. This is, I think, his 7th year in the league. I think he's won more games this season than the past four seasons he's had put together.
Jeez.
Yeah, but I just go to the 3 years later. I can't see where we're better as a Bears fan. Where we've gotten better in the last 3 years with Ryan Poles and Sammy. I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to do after this freaking ass beating we're gonna get from the Packers. We're gonna have to do one more, and it's gonna have to be a send off show to Ryan Poles, and we're gonna go over some of these mistakes.
Right.
I was looking at it the other day. His 3 draft classes. This is so bad. We've drafted a punter twice in the last 3 years.
Wait. Did we?
Yeah, his first
I
year.
didn't realize that.
In his first year of drafting, he took Gill in the 7th round. I just thought of this the other day, and I got on my phone. I was like, hold up. Why didn't I think of this before? We took Gill, yeah. So we're drafting punters twice in 3 years. That's the leadership.
One of them in the 4th round.
Yes, had to have that guy.
Yeah, that's
Followed up by the 3rd round pick from Yale, offensive lineman who is garbage.
Yep.
And then we traded up into the 5th round to get a defensive lineman project, whatever.
Yeah.
Not offensive line help for this year. It's insane. And the Bears are the 2nd lowest in the entire NFL in spending on their offensive line.
Wow, really? It shows.
Right?
It shows.
But as a franchise and as the general manager, you had one job with this number 1 pick. And I'm starting to, everybody raved about Poles with the DJ Moore trade even. That thing was handed to him. He didn't do anything.
no, yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't screw that up, honestly.
It was given to him essentially.
Yeah, to get that kind of a deal. And he's squandered everything else since. And you look at this roster. This roster is, well, we're going to do an end-of-the-year review, like I said, but it's freaking pitiful. It really is. It's sad. But I got to tell you, man, I'm not seeing the unity. I'm not seeing the leader of men. Are you that we were promised?
No.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude. Just unbelievable. So anyways,
You get you worked up, I know.
yeah, but quickly, I'm not out on Caleb Williams. I think running for your life, losing an offense coordinator, losing a head coach, he's got 3,390 yards. He was only putting up 3 points last week, but he's got 19 tutties and 6 interceptions. He's at like a 62% completion. He is honestly...
And 62 sacks, right? Or something. 67?
It's 70 sacks,
Close.
I think.
And
I think he's
we're
at
going to
70.
get there.
Oh,
We're going to get there.
we're going to get there.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of insane that he hasn't thrown more picks?
Derek Carr was 72. Was that
Could
the
you
record?
imagine if Justin...
Something like that.
Yeah.
76 maybe.
Can you
I think.
imagine
Oh, maybe,
if Justin Fields was the quarterback getting sacked that much, how many fumbles there would be? He takes care of himself. He's going to play every game. I honestly would consider benching him. He's got nothing left to prove to me. I mean, what happens if Caleb Williams goes out and blows out his ACL up in Lambeau last game of the year? Ooh. Now you don't even have him for next year with your new coach.
That'd be terrible.
What are you going to gain by Caleb Williams playing up in Green Bay? As a Bears fan, I'm telling you.
Yeah, literally nothing.
We're not gaining anything, right?
I think just the fact of having your best possibility of a team going into week, just because it's Green Bay, a divisional game.
Best possibility of a team.
Yeah, you want your best players out there.
Yeah, Bears-Packers is going to, I guess.
No.
You have
No,
to.
but I agree with you.
I
I get the mentality of it,
That's-
but I think it should be out the window this week. Doesn't matter.
You would think, but
If he's your franchise quarterback and you have these precious years of him being on a rookie deal and you're saying, all right, we're going to get the coach right. We're going to go spend this $70, $80 million in free agency. We have 4 top draft picks in the top 50. Why are you even going to play him? I'm being dead serious. Why are you even going to play him?
Yeah, I feel like he's had enough reps, right? We're good.
Yeah.
But
what is he going to do?
yeah.
He's going to run for his life scramble. He's going to make a couple great cross-body, off-balance throws. He's gonna force it to Keenan early. Middle of the second quarter, he's going to start forcing it to Roma Dunze. At some point, we're going to do some stupid gadget play run to DJ Moore.
It'll be brought back for holding.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, that one pass that he had in the end zone against the Lions that got brought back right in front. It was right in front of us. It was an
And then
amazing play.
The same guy did it again later in the game.
Yep.
No,
Yeah.
it was rough.
he was
rough day for him.
filling in for Tevin Jenkins, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh
Because
man,
that guy can't stay healthy.
they can't find anyone.
That guy, they said at one point had 7 body parts that need to be worked on in the offseason. When I was driving him for the Seattle game.
What?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, that offense.
He's
line
literally a
needs-
mummy. He's like wrapped in
some
toilet
more.
paper, bandages, running around out there. He needs to go away. So, I mean, here we go. We got Bears Packers this week, and we got Connor here. So, Connor, we're not even gonna. Great. If it gets late and the Bears have a chance, cool. Not thinking about it, but why have the Packers been so successful this year? It was kind of like going into it was kind of like a great unknown, right? 50-50, what's going to happen?
Yeah, I think it was kind of like last year. You know, you look at, I think last year and this year, I think they've been the NFL's youngest team. I think they average around 25 years old, give or take. But comes down to coaching. If you have athletes and you have a good coach, you can make it work. Is it going to be pretty every game? No.
What are you shaking your head for?
I don't like
He's shaking his head.
It comes
I don't
down,
like Pretty Boy Flower.
Oh, what do you mean?
LaFleur.
Oh,
it comes down to coaching.
His name, how do you say his name?
Matt LaFleur, I think.
Yeah. All I could say is like Peter LaFleur,
Well, yeah. Dodgeball.
Dodgeball.
it's a great movie.
Great movie. Yeah. Bold play. Let's see if it pays off.
Dodgeball 2. Can we get that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just
Happy Gilmore. Too.
real quick.
We'll talk about that.
That's coming. That's
sick,
coming.
dude.
All right. Anyway.
But okay, so coaching.
I think it comes down to that and having an identity, which it seems like Chicago lacks.
It also seems like your coach and GMs up there work way better than anything we've ever seen together.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak on that much, but it does seem like, you know, outside looking in, everyone's kind of on the same page. Everyone wants to do the same thing. They like the same players. They want to bring in the same, you know, if I have an idea, he has something along those lines in his mind too.
Mm-hmm.
So it definitely helps if all fronts you're on the same page.
Yeah.
And it seems like in other organizations that you see kind of up and down seasons, you don't see that. Constant coaching changes, the staff, the personnel.
Yeah. And that's something we talked about a couple weeks ago, Sammy, about the Bears. It just starts at the top and we don't have it. So going into the playoffs, what would be your concerns of, you know, what's the reason the Packers won't win the Super Bowl this year?
So I will never openly say that, but
I was going to say it's a weird way to frame the question, but all right.
If the Packers don't win the Super Bowl this
Why are
year,
they not gonna
it's
win?
because of
their defense.
their defense.
I
Okay?
think the offense, you know, I want to say we average almost 28 points a game, roughly, give or take.
Yeah.
But it comes down to our defense. You know, we are the most targeted over the middle of the field. Our linebackers are the weakest point of our team.
All right, bad linebacker play. Okay. Also, you guys kind of fell off using Jalen Reed, and that kind of screwed me in fantasy. So
Yeah.
screw the
I
Packers.
think he had one target last week.
Yeah. So, I honestly started benching him. He was just they had stopped giving him the ball so much. But so
Yeah.
if the Packers do win the Super Bowl, it's why did the Packers win the Super Bowl?
Josh Jacobs and our offensive line.
Really?
Yes. I think if you look at last year, you know, Jordan Love comes in, first full season as a starter. You have Aaron Jones back there. He's throwing the ball 30, 35 times a game compared to this season. Now, interceptions maybe not played a factor into that. You come into this season, last week, first 8 plays from the line of scrimmage, Josh Jacobs. 2 runs, little swing pass, little toss.
By the way, Sammy, we could have had him, but we got DeAndre Swift instead.
Yeah.
I would say, obviously Saquon Barkley was the best signing in free agency.
Has to be.
Best at the position right now, right?
You look at the 3 running backs that left in free agency.
Oh, the backflip over the dude?
Not even the backflip, but what was it? The back hurdle, whatever
Yeah,
he did.
that's what I meant.
hurdle.
Yeah, that was insane, wasn't it? Yeah.
Insane. Never seen anything like it in my life.
Added it into Madden.
Did they really?
Did they really?
Yeah, you can use it now.
Oh, wow.
That's funny.
Leave it up to a Packer fan to worry about butt stuff in a video game, but
What?
all right, so you won't win the Super Bowl because of linebackers. You will win the Super Bowl because of a really good offensive line and your running back. All right, that's old school football, right? But you got to set up the pass from the run.
Yeah.
Not set up the run from the pass, right?
Exactly.
This is fundamental shit, Sammy.
Yeah.
We can't get it right
No.
on the lakefront.
It comes down to coaching. If you can get the play action to work, you might not run a too high safety.
You have to be committed to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to be committed to running the ball to set up the pass.
Well, and it also helps, late December games, early January games.
What also helps, too, getting first downs while running the ball, which we couldn't do once they knew.
Also true.
Yeah. We're going to stop the run. We're going to force Cable to throw it a bunch of times. And then
Yeah, but our linemen can't make a hole.
No.
There's just nothing.
No.
There's no creation. Like every time
So
they try to
bad.
block, it's just like they just get destroyed.
They're so bad.
Yeah. I think you guys average about 100 yards on the ground a game.
I don't even know if we're there, dude.
I was like, that sounds pretty good.
I don't think.
I don't think, and that's not just running backs.
Yeah.
That's
that's team total rushing a couple of games
With
has been
Caleb and
68
everything else.
yards for the game. So it'd bring that average down real quick.
yeah.
Man.
So going into 2025 after the Super Bowl, you're looking ahead. What draft boards are coming out. You got college playoffs going on. What kind of is there a position of need for the Packers going forward that they need to work on, or is there just like some skilled person that you see in college that you're like, oh, I'd love to see him in Green Bay?
I don't know if it's a skill position wise thing. I don't know if we've taken an offensive skill player in the first round in years.
Correct.
It's always defense, which if you look over the past 15 years, since Green Bay won the Super Bowl in 2010, 2011 season, that was the last time they had a top 10 ranked defense. And you've taken defensive players in the first round.
Really?
Since 2011, pretty much.
Interesting.
And it hasn't paid off.
He wanted to bring up 2011 because it was the NFC Championship game against the Bears in Soldier Field.
Yeah.
This is why I didn't want to invite him.
Hail Mary to Randall Cobb.
Yeah, pretty much.
Put us over.
Chris freaking Conti would have thought he couldn't play DB.
What a player.
So, okay, so just some sort of skill position off. Dude, Brock Bowers, by the way, is broke the record. He broke Ditka's record for rookie
most
tight ends.
receptions.
Really?
Yeah, out there. So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think he leads the rookie class in receptions.
I wouldn't doubt it as a tight end. Yeah, dude's a beast.
All the receivers, everyone.
Over all the
wow.
rookies that were in that draft class, I think he leads them all.
So it was interesting you brought up the whole thing about the Packers not drafting skill position offensive players, right? So let's talk about this Netflix special, right?
Yeah.
With Aaron Rodgers. Enigma. Yeah. So, even the title doesn't even fit. But anyways, in one of the interviews, he talks about that and the COVID year when they take Jordan Love instead of taking, especially because they traded up a couple spots, he thought they were going to take a receiver, a tight end, help him out, and they ended up getting his replacement like he did with Brett Favre. But overall, the Netflix special on Aaron Rodgers. Okay, let's start with this. Before you even watch the special, big Aaron Rodgers fan?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you're at the age
on
where,
the football field.
Yeah, you kind of saw him more than you saw Brett Favre.
Correct. Yeah.
And that. So on the football field, off the football field, what don't you like?
It's not that I don't like. It's just I think I wouldn't handle things certain ways.
Okay. Interesting. Sammy, are you a Rodgers fan or not?
I don't care for him too much. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I just think he maybe shouldn't discuss certain topics, and he talks about them, and it's like, that maybe should, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's the right way to say it, but I think you know what I'm saying. But
yeah. I think things could have been handled differently or addressed.
Yeah.
If there was something in the media, because he is portrayed as the villain, If he doesn't agree, he's going to say he doesn't agree.
Yeah, he almost seems to like it.
People don't, and that's what I and that's
he likes
what
being
I think.
the heel like in professional wrestling.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, I'm
He likes
the
the
bad
hate.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why not embrace it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, man.
It's not something I would do.
it's
That's
all-
what
yeah.
I disagree with. But
So what did you like about the special?
I think it was just nice to see kind of into
Because what you're saying, like,
the personal life.
he didn't play into the media that well. This special then cleared it up.
I don't know if it cleared it up, but I think it helped people understand kind of where he was coming from. Because the media betrayed him as kind of like this villain, or he was such a prick.
I will say, probably my opinion is based off of a lot of narratives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially
just that's out there.
If you're not a Green Bay fan,
I'm human.
why are you going to look up Aaron Rodgers' personal life?
But you see the narratives and you see the headlines and you see shit. You're like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Right.
You read, on SportsCenter or ESPN or an article.
I could be biased in that, seeing all that stuff, but might not know the full story. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Yeah. If you read that he's a bad teammate, you're not going to look into it.
Yeah. Right.
How do you look into it?
Yeah. I mean, as a Bears fan, you're like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone hates it.
Well, I mean, like, looking at, I got to tell you, the State Farm commercials were genius. Discount double check.
Oh yeah, those were great.
And then when they got Raji involved,
I mean,
Big BJ Raji?
He did the dance.
Oh yeah,
those I gotta admit, those commercials were great.
I didn't mind him back. I liked him then. Like I thought he was great.
Yeah.
But now I think it's more in the past 5 or 7 years where he's gotten kind of.
Yeah, I think that comes with grumpy old age, but
sure.
Grumpy old age. He's like at the ripe age of 41 right now.
Yeah,
watching.
Those dark rooms he'd go in? He'd sit in those dark rooms for
ayahuasca trips in the dark room.
He'd just sit there, and I don't think he would even do ayahuasca. I think those are just like sober.
No,
I think that's even weirder then.
You hallucinate yourself for like in the dark.
Special
it's
about
crazy.
Him and ayahuasca.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh
it's weird.
Special about him doing ayahuasca, and then
he in that Enigma stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then he like openly admits it. He's like, "This is like going to be my 9th ceremony."
Dang.
Yeah.
So
no one knew about it until maybe 2022, 2023.
Well, I think they found out about it more when he disappeared the 1 year into what you were talking about. He was supposed to be in complete darkness for 5 days.
Yeah.
And that was the one where he was like in a rock hut cabin and they brought him his meals and that was it. But he only made it like 2.5, 3 days, right? He didn't make it the full 5.
Yeah. He made
dude,
it a couple of days.
Crazy though. You realize sitting in darkness for 2 days is nuts.
Honestly, I think he's cocky enough where he thought it would be like this big spiritual thing. Like when you watch the special, he thought he was going to be able to do this ayahuasca thing by himself out there, not knowing that he needed to be hitting that pipe they were hitting. Like, what was in that thing?
Well, yeah, and then they just trap themselves in a tent and let the smoke fill a tent.
Oh, with the steam rocks?
Yeah.
Or the coals? Yeah.
Whatever it is, and they go bathe in the river. And
kind of want to do it.
Yeah. It's not pain. It's not pain. It's discomfort. That's what he says. Pain lasts forever. Discomfort's for now.
So Sammy, Connor talks me into watching this thing. So I knock it out over the holiday, right? And I texted him. Well, I was like, dude, this thing
6
sucks.
paragraphs.
This thing sucks. And he's like, what? And then so I just started texting episode 1. And I got a couple notes here for you.
Oh, wow.
You ever seen the movie Draft Day?
No, actually,
No,
but I
you
know
seen the movie Draft
exactly.
Day?
I know what movie you're talking about.
So they're talking about drafting this kid named Bo Callahan, and Kevin Costner's got the guy doing checking up on him, doing like deep dive on him, right? Like digging into his dirt, and he's like, "Yeah, he had a 21st birthday," and he's like, "I don't give a shit about his 21st birthday. What did he get drunk? What did he do?" He's like, "No, ask me who his guest list was." And he's like, "Why? What do I care? Who the hell is there?" He goes, "Ask me who was at the birthday party." And so Kevin Costner's character bites, and he's like, "Who was at the birthday party?" And this guy, this PI, pretty much is like, "None of his teammates." So he's not a leader, you know what I mean? Like he doesn't get along with his teammates and stuff like that. And so right away, episode 1, I noticed like the Packers win the Super Bowl, and Aaron Rodgers goes to there's nobody next to the quarterback. The guy that just took over for Brett Favre a couple of years earlier, the guy that takes his franchise back and wins another Super Bowl, there's nobody next to him. None of his teammates. And he jumps up by himself, and then he runs back like along the sideline, and nobody's hugging him. Nobody's looking to go get that moment with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
That is the only thing I remember the first episode. It was so bizarre to me.
Yeah, it's weird to see, your team just wins the Super Bowl. You're the starting quarterback, the new face of the organization. You take your team to the Super Bowl, 3 road games in a row.
That coach isn't even looking for him.
No, yeah, 3 road games. You win 3 road games in a row, get to the Super Bowl, and you win it, and no one's there to celebrate with you.
Hey, Sammy, it was the most bizarre thing. I'm like, did I just see that shit? Hold up. Because I just thought it was my Bears bias. Like, I hate this guy. He said the thing, I own the Bears. And and he does. He does. He definitely does.
Sucks, dude.
So I go back and I watch this part of it again. I'm like,
Sucks.
There's nobody with this dude. How do you get to the biggest point of your life, what you've probably dreamed about your whole life, and there's nobody there with you?
I can't imagine any other quarterback scoring and like people dispersing or I didn't see it, so I can't.
Well, no, it's
So overall,
the game ended on an interception.
Yeah.
So he was on the sideline
with all of his offensive players,
with all of his offensive line, the receivers, running back, head coach, all of them.
head coach, they just got a first Super Bowl for.
Yeah.
Only Super Bowl for him.
Oh, I see.
McCarthy.
Yeah.
It was just
Big Ben throws the interception.
yeah against the Steelers.
And there's still a couple seconds left on the clock, but I think time just naturally expired.
You're going to do
something
victory
like
formation. You're getting your ring. You're getting your parade.
Yeah, the game's over.
see.
Like
Yeah,
unless you fumble a snap and something absolutely crazy happens, the game's over.
It's mind blowing to me. Aaron Rodgers has kicked the shit out of the Bears his whole entire career here. It's mind blowing to me. Like you guys were saying, oh, you hear these stories about it. To me, I'm thinking this guy is that freaking good at his craft. 4 MVPs.
Yeah.
Like he's the top of the best, right? So like you're almost thinking he's the best at what he does. And this whole thing of the enigma of Aaron Rodgers, he is so unsure of himself to this day. That's all I saw for 3 episodes.
Yeah, that's what it makes it seem like.
I'm thinking, dude, you're a Super Bowl winner. You're making all this money, like $50 million a year, generational wealth, which he makes the comment. I texted you this. Generational wealth, and he has no family to share it with.
Yeah. No one to hand it down to.
No kids.
Doesn't talk to his parents.
No wife. Doesn't talk to his brother. Doesn't talk to his
flag.
parents.
Yeah.
Like that whole story,
They
I
cover
blame the
that
family.
in
Yeah.
Enigma.
I blame the family more. I'll tell you the one
agree.
thing. The one thing they really missed out on this because he alludes to it too when he's being interviewed in the one process about he was always worried about. There's just some stuff that happened in high school and college. He makes a comment about that.
Yeah.
With his family. Why didn't they dive into that more?
Yeah, I don't know. You want to. You're. After
That's
watching
why
it,
it's unbelievable sometimes some of the shit that comes out of his mouth because you're like, well, why aren't you explaining that part more to me? So then I will see your side and I will want to like you more. But he just puts that out there because he's pissed that he got a bad rap for the 2 empty chairs when his brother was on the dating site.
Yeah, well, that goes back to my comment about I like him on the field, not off the field. You know, you make these little, like I'm immunized. Okay, you say it like that, and then when the media paints you bad, you get angry. Well, then why'd you say it like that? You're just, you're stirring the pot.
Yeah.
You almost not want the attention, but that's...
There's
I'll defend
different
Aaron
ways.
Rodgers till the day I die. I think he's the greatest thrower of the football the game has seen. But you make these comments and wonder why people hate you.
I was just crazy because he's at the one ceremony. What is it called again? Where he goes out with the people and they smoked or whatever. And they
they do the ayahuasca. I don't know.
Ayahuasca.
Yeah, I don't know what the actual ceremony's called.
In the one ceremony, he talks about how he felt like he should dance to free up everybody to do whatever they want or something like that. It was just like, why are you worried about that? He makes no sense. And I don't think it's Enigma, which is like a mysterious person or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's not him. He's not like, it's not like puzzling or intriguing. It's like dumb shit. Like, dude, you're 41, 42. You've been handed everything the last 20 years of your life because you're a winner in a sport and you're a celebrity. How have you not found out yourself? And the whole thing of him going to Egypt when there was an OTA, dude, take your trip a different week. Go have that experience.
Yeah,
you have enough time off, especially since the year before he's all happy in his car about how I'm going to OTAs.
Yeah.
Coming off the Achilles thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think he's an enigma at all. I think he's like a lost little boy still.
He's just
He's unreal.
Just an outright weird person.
Yeah. And then him with Kennedy. He was going to become Kennedy's vice president.
Yeah.
Dude, what are we?
Yeah, they're on top. I don't know where they were, but they were hiking somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know where. Yeah, but they were overlooking everything, and they're talking. RFK asked him, have you ever thought about going into politics?
Oh, no.
And then it doesn't go much deeper into that. It kind of talks a little bit, maybe in the next minute or two, about
I heard some sprinkles about it on social
him
media.
wanting to be, a VP, or RFK asking him if he would. And you don't like the media painting you bad. You're going to go become the VP now?
I mean, I got
God.
an election like I would like to see, and you should do this.
Okay.
If they were running for governor of Wisconsin, who would the people vote for? Candidate 1, Aaron Rodgers. Candidate 2, Brett Favre. Because I bet you the diehards probably still pick Brett Favre over him.
Well,
that's a great question for Packer fans, isn't it, Sammy? Like,
I don't know. I mean,
who would you
from
pick?
An outsider? I would say Favre, but
you would think
that's from a
Right.
Bears perspective.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
Who would you vote for?
I think Brett Favre will always be the fan favorite, just because. I mean, he was kind of the start of
And
this.
his personality was just much more like
a Mississippi
fan
boy.
friendly, and
Yeah, I mean, he was.
even though he did some
Mississippi boy.
but he did some dumb
Wait,
shit.
What are you saying? Wisconsin's understand rednecks or something from Mississippi? Is that what you're saying?
It's the same culture.
Yeah, but he
Oh,
did some dumb
same
shit
culture.
too, though, right?
Yeah, they're kind of.
But not the guy from Cal Berkeley.
exactly. But
Gotcha.
Aaron Rodgers didn't steal millions, so
I was gonna say he did some dumb shit too, though, right? Like
yeah,
he got
Aaron
caught doing
Rodgers,
some.
might be a little different, a little strange, but
Wait, Brett Favre did what?
all that insurance stuff, or not the insurance
No
stuff.
idea.
I don't
You
remember
guys
the
don't know?
specifics about.
Yeah,
I remember he got.
exactly what it was, but
I know he was involved in something that wasn't good.
He's got to pay back a couple mil, I think.
Oh, and he gave up the sack record.
Yeah,
Not good.
he took a
Or
dive.
nothing. All right, well, here, let's wrap this one up. It's
what a
been
clip
fun.
that was.
I mean, Packers suck, but who you got? What do you got for the score up at Lambeau Field, Bears-Packers, final week of the 2024 regular season?
I think it's gonna be closer than people think. I think.
Why, you guys are playing your third stringers?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, right,
We're
sitting
still
everyone.
playing for something.
What are you guys playing for?
We can still get the 5th seed.
Okay, and that's better than the...
It's better than playing the Eagles in round 1.
Wow. So you're just scared now. Got it.
I wouldn't say scared.
I mean, the Eagles
Yeah.
though.
I mean,
So if you get to the 5th, you play...
I believe the Rams.
Okay.
'Cause I think right now they are winning the division. The Bucks aren't out of it. The Bucks can still win that division, but I think
Two different
percentage-wise,
divisions. Two different divisions.
oh, I'm sorry, not the division. The Bucks can still take that seeding,
Okay.
but I think the Rams are favored to take that seed.
All right. Sammy, what do you think of Bears-Packers last week of the season?
I think the last few games I've called the Bears losing by 20, and I was pretty close actually.
Well, they covered the spread last week.
Yeah, that's not the last week,
6
but
to
the
3
week
was
before.
a
Yeah,
combined
I'm sorry.
9 points. They didn't even
I
get to 20
forgot
points
that.
total together.
That game was very forgettable, so I already forgot about that one.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a little bit lower scoring. It'll be colder. I mean, I don't know. I think they'll keep it within 10 points, but Packers are definitely going to win.
I agree.
Probably like 20-10 or something. I don't know.
I think it's closer than that.
The only thing I care
don't
about
trust
this
the
game
Bears, so I just
is
don't.
for anybody that is going to be involved in our future not to get severely hurt. I'm dead serious.
That'd
And I
be-
was
yeah.
never a guy like this.
a
I
good
think they
call.
should play more in preseason. I am telling you right now, you have 0 to gain. If the Bears were to win 35-0 in the last week of the season against Packers, it would mean jack diddly shit to me.
Yeah. No, I'd agree.
Yeah,
Winning this game does nothing except hurt the draft.
right.
I fucking hate these people.
Well, I'm just being honest.
That's true.
I mean,
Yeah.
That's true.
We have to talk about the draft again for like the 6th year in a row.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think pick 9 right now. You guys have?
Postseason talks into December.
We'll have a
you know,
whole cast on
postseason
that.
wishes, turn into December talks about the draft. Only in Chicago and Cleveland. So
What do you think final score is going to be? Said and done. Whether Tyson Bagent starts or Caleb.
do you guys really play the whole game?
Maybe not the whole game. I think it depends how the
I
first
thought you were
half
playing for
goes.
something.
We are,
Okay.
but if it's 21-0, we're going to put our second string in.
No, you're not. You're gonna play Jordan Love for at least half, if not the full third quarter, to try to get it to 28-0. I would. If everybody plays, I think 28-35-ish would be the Packers score, and the Bears would be right around 17.
Really?
Yep. Not even close.
See, again, to go back to your earlier comment about, the last 30 minutes before, kickoff, do you talk yourself into watching the
Connor,
game?
in the last 10 weeks, this team has showed us nothing but losing.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yes, but you look at Thanksgiving Day.
Look at it.
You guys were in? No. Were you in Detroit?
Yes. And the only reason that it was even close is because the Bears' red zone defense in the first half. That should have been 35-0 at halftime.
Agreed. But you
But
never
what?
You never know what the Bears are going to do.
They're going to lose.
They're
Going to lose.
Yeah, but
that's already set in stone. But you don't
They
know how
invented
close
new
it's
ways
gonna-
to lose this year.
Is that why this season's worse to watch?
It's unbearable. There you go. It's
Question
unbearable.
before we kick this off.
Yeah. Well, we kicked it off. We're closing it
Closing
down.
off,
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah.
Do you think last year's team
No,
was
no,
more?
close on, not close off.
Close it out.
Yeah, close it out. That's the word you were looking for.
Yeah,
he
whatever.
said close off. I'm like, no,
You said it.
he did.
Whatever.
Yeah, I thought you said it.
What was your final comment?
Was last year's team more fun to watch? Granted, you had a better record, so obviously, more wins, but
Yeah, it was more fun because you didn't know what type of highlight you were going to get out of Justin Fields.
do you think that was the right call?
Oof. Yeah, I do. And the only reason I say that is because when he was doing good in the beginning of the season, you're like, oh, holy shit, this could be really, really bad. But if you're a football fan, you know one thing. You might not like him or them, the Steelers, or their coach, but he's a really damn good coach.
What, 10 straight seasons?
Mike Tomlin is a really damn good coach, and he is a leader of men. And he'll take chicken shit and turn it into chicken salad. Isn't that a saying in here in Indiana? But
Sounds good.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
he
We'll roll with
was like, listen, Justin, you got us to this point. We're going Russell now, though. And at that point, I'm like, what is he doing? What does he know that we don't know? He knows football because it's done nothing but lead to more wins for them, and they look pretty. I wouldn't want to play the Steelers.
I think he's 10 straight seasons above 500.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to play I would not want to play the Steelers.
No.
They can run it with Najee, Russell Wilson. You can also beat them by 17, but they can catch you. So, yeah, I wouldn't want that. But, well, hey, we appreciate you coming out. We hope you liked it.
Yeah, no, I had a
And had
blast.
fun.
I think this is the perfect time to have me on for the first time.
Yeah. I'll just leave you with this. It's like leaving a Bears game, Sammy. We'll just leave it with this. Green Bay sucks. Green Bay sucks. Green Bay sucks. Green Bay sucks. Bear down, guys. We'll see you next time.